In August, the Stockholm Center for Freedom published a report focusing on how the Turkish government, under President Recep Tayyip Erdoğan, has abused Interpol. Erdoğan's government has used the international notice system, such as red notices and diffusions, to target political opponents, whose only crime has been to criticize the government. Similarly, it has also abused Interpol's stolen and lost travel documents database by filing tens of thousands of notifications for critics and opponents who, in many instances, were not even aware that their passports had been invalidated. In several cases, some of these people were stranded at international airports or put in detention before they were released, or, in the worst cases, handed over to Turkish operatives and ended up in Turkish prisons. The Turkish government must be held responsible for abusing the Interpol system to commit human rights violations, said Dr. Merve R, Kayıkcı, Research Director at the Stockholm Center for Freedom. The report sheds light on such abusive practices by providing information on how Interpol mechanisms work, and the way Turkey misused them in various cases. It ends with several policy proposals aimed at preventing future abuse of the system by autocratic regimes who target their opponents both at home and abroad. In view of increasing attempts by repressive governments to abuse its mechanisms, Interpol needs to develop new ways to ensure that it operates strictly within the confines of its mandate and does not become an accomplice to transnational repression. Interpol's constitution explicitly forbids intervention or activities of political, religious, or racial nature, and requires cooperation to be in the spirit of the Universal Declaration of Human Rights, Dr. Kayıkcı states. The researcher believes that the governments of democratic countries might prevent the abuse of Interpol mechanisms by verifying that a communication comports with the organization's constitution. It should be coordinated, according to the researcher, before removing an individual from the country or denying visa, asylum or other immigration status, and by not relying on Interpol notices as the sole basis for acting.